Hello everyone, this is your subject trends, networks, and critical thinking in the 21st century. This is a specialized subject for humans grade 12. Quarter 1, Unit 1, Lesson 1. Our topic for today is about trends and fads. What are the differences between trends and fads? What are the examples of trends and fads? And what is the definition of trend and fad? Most of the time, they come as consumer products, wearing a definite price tag, taught in advertisements as cool or as the new in thing. They are purchased by significant fraction of the population and inhabit the consciousness of an even greater number of people. So fads are basically the in, yung mga in ngayong panahon ito. Yung mga nauuso, those are the examples of fads. So as you can see in the presentation, milk tea is a fad. No? Uso siya ngayon. What else? Crop top, di ba? Balayage, ganon. So those are examples of fads. Every generation has its own set of fads. So bawat generation ay may kanyang-kanyang nauso noon at ngayon. Pagtitipan natin mamaya kung ano ang mga nauso noon at mga uso ngayon. So these are the examples of fads during the 1990s. So we have Game Boy, we have Troll, Friends, Tamagotchi, Spice Girl, Pogs, and Unggoy, and Band. May mga uso noon na alam natin because it's still exists. Collection ng mga nanay natin, tatay natin, or nakikita natin sa mga movies, di ba? For example, I have this toy. Yan. So, ano naman ang mga nauso noong 2000s? Yan, shoes na may gulong. Uso yan noong elementary ako. Kapag may ganyan ka noon, mayaman ka. Kapag walang pambili, tsinelas lang, di ba? Music player, MP3, MP4, mga tawag dyan sa mga ganyan. iPad, iPod. So, yun yung mga tawag sa mga music gadgets noon. Clicker and spinner ba yung tawag dyan? So, I don't know. Candy Crush, of course. Loom bands, and many other things. So, ito naman yung mga nauso noong 2000s. Right now, ano naman ang mga fads na nakikita nyo sa internet sa pang-araw-araw natin ngayon? So, according to Welch, 1992, he defined fads as seemingly drastic swings in mass behavior without obvious external stimuli. Mass behavior means a huge following, a mob subscribing to its use or patronage. However, it does not explain the nature of the fad itself or the reasons why goods turn into fads or why fads end so quickly. So, ang fad, according to Welch, ay yung biglaang pagdami ng mga bagay na nakikita, na ginagamit ng mga tao. That is fad, according to Welch. According to Carl and Shapiro, 1985, described it according to the theory of network externalities, where the utility of a product increases when more people use it. Facebook becomes a more valuable social media platform not only because more people use it, but also because it expands the connections one account holder could obtain. However, this only explains why some products generate a huge following. Still cannot explain why some goods exit the market very rapidly. So, according to Carl and Shapiro naman, sabi nila na yung fad daw ay ang paggamit ng mga produkto or biglang pagdami sa paggamit ng produkto. So that's according to Carl and Shapiro. And it was cited here, Facebook. Parang ang Facebook, di ba? Uso ang Facebook. It is used as a communication app. Pwede ka na ding magbenta doon. You meet other people. You see their lives there. So, yeah. But Facebook is classified as fad before. Kasi nauso siya noon. But then it was transferred as a trend because of its uses right now. So let's see what is the meaning of trend later on. The cascade theory proposed by Vic Chandili, 1992, sheds light on the viral quality of fads. Information cascades happen when a potential consumer or users abandons his or her own information and defer to the decision made by other individuals. For example, a mob gathered around a food park in the city is enough to entice a group of newcomers to join the group. So the cascade theory, according to Vic Chandini, kapag nakita ng mga tao na madaming gumagamit sa produktong iyon or madaming gumagawa sa gawain iyon, mag-join sila sa ginagawa or produktong iyon. Ganon. That is the cascade theory. Parang gagayahin mo na din sila, makikijoin ka. Yan. Yun nga, yung naging example is kapag madaming tao sa isang kainan, di ba, mas pinipili natin yung puntahan kahit madaming tao because of the cascade theory. Kasi pag madaming tao sa kainan, maiisip natin na, ay, masarap ang pagkain doon. O kaya pag ang isang produkto ay ginagamit, or kung ang isang produkto ay ginagamit ng madaming tao, iisipin natin na ay magandang produkto din yan. Kaya gagamit na din tayo katulad ng ibang mga right? So paano naman nawawala ang isang fad or ang isang product? Other products suffer from what is called finite variability or finite variability. This happens when its manufacturer can no longer manipulate or introduce new features, thus wearing out of the interest and loyalty of its initial market. This can be true for some fads. The product can be so limited in design and execution and leaves no more possibility for product innovation. For example, some market analysts point out that the Pokemon Go app's popularity declined rapidly because developers did not introduce new elements to keep players from getting bored. So, makikita nyo sa illustration sa baba, walang bago, di ba? Kung ang isang produkto ay naging sikat and ginamit ng tao at hindi yun in-innovate ng manufacturer, hindi na siya magtutuloy-tuloy. So that is the meaning of finite variability. Kung hindi mo siya in-innovate, in-improve, mag-i-stop ang pag-consume yun, ang pag-consume ng mga tao sa product na yun. Let us cite the Nokia, diba? Nokia was the biggest producer of cell phone before. Sila ang unang mga gumawa ng cellphone. What happened to them, diba? Because ang late nilang mag-innovate, ang late nilang mag-produce ng phone na babagay sa mga needs ng mga tao, later on, naluma yung Nokia and nalamangan siya ng ibang mga company. So, ganun. The example here is the Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go was a popular game Game App 2016, di ba? So, i-on mo yung data mo, then maglalakad-lakad ka, maghahanap ka ng Pokemon. That's it, di ba? So, people got bored with that application and naluma na siya. Nawala na siya sa paningin ng mga tao, di ba? Bigla na lang siya nawala. Unlike the other games, so, ini-innovate nila para mas mathrill yung mga tao. Kaya, maraming gumagamit sa mga iba't ibang game. Kung i-innovate yun ng developer. Let's proceed to the cycle of product. The cycle of product is useful in illustrating the behavior of a fad. Marketing specialists agree that the lifespan of a regular product consists of 4 stages. So, ito ang cycle ng isang produkto. Number 1 is the introduction. Ipapakita nila ito sa market. Growth stage. Growth stage ay yung nakilala na siya sa market. So, dumami na yung mga bumibili. Maturity stage. The product is established and the producers or manufacturers aims to pick the market share through innovations and improvements. So, dahil nakilala na sa growth stage, sa maturity stage, dun papasok ang innovation. I-improve nila. And kapag hindi sila nag-innovate, in-improve ang product nila, papasok ang decline. Decline, bababa ang consumer na papatok sa product nila. Magde-decline in a term of mawawala na as in ang bibili ng kanilang product o gagamit ng product nila. So that is the cycle of a product. We have here an illustration explaining the cycle of a product. Growth, maturity, and kapag hindi sila nag-innovate, magde-decline siya. Pero pag nag-innovate sila ng product or services, the product, the sales of the product rises. Because here, this is the sales. So, yung introduction pa lang, mababa pa lang ang sales, di ba? Yung nakikilala na, tumataas na. Then, here, maturity. Kung hindi sila nag-innovate, magde-decline yan, for sure. Pero kapag nag-innovate sila and nag-improve ng product, tataas ang sales nila. So, that is the illustration. Sa fad naman, ganito ang isang lifespan of a product. So, in time, di ba? Sa una, hindi masyadong kilala isang product. Then, there's a peak point kung saan kilalang-kilala ang isang product or isang service. Then, kapag hindi sila, dahil ito ay isang fad, magde-decline yan hanggang sa mawala na siya sa market. Let us remember that fads are goods turned into fads. So, mga gamit siya, mga bagay-bagay, services, damit, whatever. Those are under goods. Goods turn into fads and end so quickly. So, kapag ang isang bagay ay naglaho na lang ng biglaan, that's a fad. So, let us cite an example. So, mag-isip kayo kasi wala akong maisip. So, ano ba yung mga naranasan nyo na nauso bigla, tapos bumili naman kayo, then bigla na lang nawala. Mga ganon. So, those are examples of that. Next, let's go to trend. It is a new item or a practice that stabilizes and transforms into a habit, a lifestyle, or an enduring product. So, ang trend naman ay isang product or practice na napapakinabangan ng tao. Nag-innovate siya and nanatili siya sa market. That is the trend. The introduction of products with planned obsolescence. This strategy that ensures that the product will soon be rendered out of date and must be replaced with a newer model. The spirit of innovation in today's profit-driven market. The history of a cell phone is a good example of how the idea of product obsolescence keeps giving rise to innovations that have increased success to the consumers. So as I have said a while ago, my example was the Nokia, right? So Nokia before was a very good company. Silang nag-start ng cellphone. Pero what happened to them? They failed to innovate their product. So, naglaylo sila sa market. Unlike iPhone, let us cite iPhone as an example here. So, we all know that the start of communication was telephone, di ba? Then, naging wireless telephone. Then naging keyboard or keypad. Then, naging keypad phones. Then, company innovated it into screen phones. Then, here comes iPhone, the company that innovates their phone regularly, di ba? From iPhone 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, they have iPhone 12 na. So, this is how they make their product on trend. Ini-innovate nila yung camera, yung storage, yung anti-hack whatsoever para manatili sila sa market. So these are the differences between trends and fads. According to this category, notion of change. The new things that we currently do fades when the perception of novelty is gone. So here, in this area is the fad. Dito yung trend. The way we do things. So kapag may gumawa na isa, susundan mo, then bigla na lang mawawala. Behavior, intent. Intent kasi uso nga, di ba? While in trend, sustained behavior that turns into lifestyle and mindset and values. Effect. Fullness. Meet need. Time and growth. Appear. Suddenly disappear. Appear suddenly, enormously popular, does not disappear. Naman sa trend. Stay with one company, single brand, limited brand. Cannot cross over many companies. So this is cell phone is an example of scope and limitation. Example. Yeah. So in the discussion, we can say that trends are the products and practices na napapakinabangan natin sa ating buhay, and they are once a fad. But then because they innovated their product, it became a trend. So these are the factors shaping trends. Understanding the factors that shape trends can provide us insight into how to predict trends, how they are developing, and how they are sustained. The following are just some of the factors that shape the trend. So ano ang mga nakaka-apekto sa trend? Human needs. So, nagiging trend ang isang product or ang isang good kapag sumasaklaw siya sa human needs. Kailangan natin, di ba? Like technologies, products, services, form of knowledge and skill. Yeah. So before, hindi uso ang education because we need information and skill improvement. So, uso na mag-aral ngayon, ganon. Or trend na siya. Delete. Next, historical needs. History bears changes, upheaval, conflicts, issues, and solutions carries on by humankind. In the process of dealing with historical forces, humankind creates responses most to achieve equilibrium until the next disruptive event happens. Dahil kailangan. So an example is Wi-Fi. So before, historically, we can't communicate to other people in the other side of the world. And because of the innovation that Wi-Fi brings us, or the internet, we can communicate to other people in just a minute or a second. Just click Diba? So that is historical need. Globalization. The global exchange of goods and services, including human capital, and the erasure of time and space as barriers to connectivity have increased the interaction between states and society. So, an example is the Wi-Fi again, the technology, the internet, cell phones, and social media. So, those are globalization. And digital connectivity and social media. So, magkakapareho lang siya. So, let us remember the summary of our lesson. Trends and fads mirror the changing world and our capacity to respond to cultural, social, political, economical, and geographical changes. Our reaction to trends and fads allow us to discover latent talent and develop faculties resulting to the creation and reproduction of things and behaviors crucial to human existence and way of life. Thus, the effect of trends and fads, as well as our reactions to them, can structure and restructure worldviews, lifestyles, behaviors, and activities. Today, global connectivity through the use of different forms of social media encourages more people to make and remake trends and fads regardless of age, ethnicity, gender, socioeconomic status across the globe. Social media has become a democratized. Social media. Social media has become a democratized playing field, producing trends and fads affecting all aspects of life. Such phenomenon calls for all people, especially the young generations, to develop awareness, creativity, sensitivity, and critical thinking in order to analyze and examine disabling effects of trends and fads. As members of complex world, people at the margin are challenged not only to subscribe to more innovations and changes, but to also produce trends that will allow them to transform their lives. That's why in your senior high school year, grade 12, you are undertaking your subject practical research too, because they are encouraging you by taking that subject to make an innovation. Baka maka-discover kayo ng practice for certain product if you're under the STEM, right? So to sum up, madali lang naman. So to sum up our discussion, madali lang malaman kung ang isang bagay isang fad o isang trend, di ba? Unang-una, tignan mo lang kung papakinabang ba siya, trend na yun, di ba? Kung pakinabang siya in a long term, that's the trend. So makikita mo yun sa factors affecting trend, di ba? Shaping trend. Factors shaping trend. Ang isang fad ay biglang susulpot at biglang mawawala. So those are the basic differences between fads and trends. So this is from the module that I gave you. Let us see. So you need to write an essay. You just need to choose one of these choices. Or you just need to choose one topic among the following. Number 1, human needs create trends. Historical forces trigger trends. Try engage relatives, neighbors, or community members about their lives during the martial law years that started in 1972, and the repressive atmosphere and curtailment of civil liberties that defined authoritarian rule. How did Filipinos respond to the historical event? How did Filipinos respond to the historical event called martial law? And what trends in human behavior ensue from such responses? So ano yung mga na-adopt nilang mga practices because of martial law. So magtatanong kayo sa mga relatives niyo, neighbors, experience martial law, and ipanarate nyo sa kanila kung ano ang nangyari ng martial law and kung ano yung dala-dala nilang practice hanggang ngayon because of martial law. The next one, number 2, television is known for creating trends. Identify some in television programming. They could be television shows that have an innovative concept and as a result, master a huge following. Television is also known for exerting all effort to sustain trends that present itself as attractive to the market. Identify some of these trends. So sa mga mahilig manood ng TV dyan, tignan nyo yung mga trends na nauso sa TV or tignan nyo yung mga trends na nasa TV and you just implement it. So that activity is a very good one. So thank you very much for listening. I hope to see you soon. Bye.